Hey everybody, welcome back to my animal house. We're down here in the hide, and I just wanted to go over a couple topics that I go over in all my mice and rat videos, but I really never talk about, and that's kind of the way that I'm breeding my mice. As far as I'm going to just determine it as selective breeding is what I'm going to call it. If you look up the terms selective breeding, a lot of it just comes up as far as like inbreeding, line breeding, and that kind of thing. And there's a little bit of a different definition for each of the different terms depending on what animals or whatever's being bred. So we're just going to kind of throw that out of the water because I'm no scientist. I don't know all the fancy scientific names and all that anyway, but I'm just going to kind of go over the gist of it, the layman's terms, I guess you call, of what I'm doing to try to bring color and differences to my mice to make it a fun project for me. So I'll get on the tripod here and we'll get to looking at some mice and some rats, and we'll go over that subject. So hopefully this content is enjoyable, and it'll help somebody else out, and maybe make their projects a little funner as well. So here we go. All right, everybody, here we are at the mice rack, and this is a couple of my mice. I want to start out with here because this is where Junior is. Bang, this is my mouse Junior. And you can see he does have a lot of white on him, a lot of the piebald, I guess is what you would call it. So the reason why I'm starting here is because when I first started this, as you can see these guys, the pet stores around here, very poor selection of any kind of a live mouse whatsoever. As far as any kind of a color, any kind of a cool mouse, it's, at one point it wasn't happening at all. They quit selling live, pets altogether around here, or as far as rodents. So it was like slim pickings. So when I started all this, I had regular mice. They were all the gray, the darker, the white, and that kind of thing. And then I got one mouse, which was Rocky, which there's a couple videos on him as well. And he had a little patch of white on him. So I was like, well, let's see if I can breed out this white, basically, is what I wanted to do. So, and I started to breed, over and over and over again, and introducing the babies back to each other to where the genes would be in each one. Inbreeding is a huge part of mice and rats. I mean, it happens all the time. You got to get into 25, 30 generations before it affects them any kind of a weird way. So don't worry about that in any way. So, and that was basically what I wanted to do, was to breed out the white. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted a more white, like Junior here. And then I kept getting like this one right here. See, it's got a little tiny bit of white on the top of its head and its tail. I had one female that had her tail like this, so I kept her, which she's up here. And then I bred her over and over and over. I couldn't get no color, and then all of a sudden that's when Junior popped out. And Junior had all of the white. So then I grew him up, and now I've been breeding him to the females to try to get even more of a whiter, or more white in the mouse, I guess you'd say. Because like a lot of them, they have a little bit of white, like on their forehead and that kind of thing, but nothing like I wanted. I want more like Junior, but kind of more bigger patches. So all right, let's go up to the next one, and we'll talk a little bit more about these ones. All right, and now that we're up here, and that in my quest for the white, I get this little guy, which is a little bit darker. But now he's got the white spotches, and he's got a big white spot on his belly, which is even more. So this is Junior's son. So he's Junior. So now I have him breeding with some females now, to where hopefully now I can get this darker color with the white, and then I'll have lighter ones with white and darker ones with white, to where bigger patches like he's got. His underneath is a lot more white, and that's what I'm more after. So and then I have a female here that she's bred a couple times, and she's got a couple patches of the white. She's pregnant right now with Junior's son's babies. So hopefully I'll get these darker ones, but with bigger patches of white. There's some brand new babies way back in there. I don't know how well you'll be able to see them. Hi, Mama. But yeah, it takes a little while to be. There's a little one there too with little. See, they all have it on their forehead, which I just want bigger patches of the white. So that's basically kind of what I am doing, what I call selective breeding as far as my projects, to get a little bit of color. Does it matter if my mice have color? No, they don't. The only reason why I'm doing it is just for me, because it's like, if I'm going to spend all this time with these mice and bond with them and make friends and stuff, and and breed them like this, is I want to breed them for the way that I want them to look. So basically it's selective breeding here at my animal. And we'll go over here. All right, everybody. So now we're gonna go back into here, which you guys all know that in my African software rats, I had a couple of babies that were like this, that were like 60% white. So I kept a whole group of these and grew them up together. And all their babies basically all come out the exact same color white. They're all the same percentage of white. They're all, so it's like I got them all, but now these guys are basically like almost line breeding, because it's like they're just producing the exact same ones over and over and over, no more, no less, which is really weird. I don't understand that. But up here, and look, there's a whole bunch of little fuzzy babies in there. Hi, little fuzzy babies. See, each one of them all have the exact same. This one here is maybe going to be a little bit wider, but not much. Whew, she almost got me. Watch out, little mama. See her? See how they turn their heads like that? When you're petting them like this, you think it's all good, and you think, oh, they're just going to sniff you. They'll turn around and get you. What do you mean? Hi. Hi, baby girl. Quit now. Hey, quit. Quit. You know you like it. Quit. Yeah, anyway. But, so I wanted to show you one more baby up here in this video, and that's kind of basically what I wanted to explain to you guys as far as, you know, the strategic selective breeding, I guess you'd call it. So let's go up here and check out one more baby. All right, I'm just going to wing it up here to this last one, because my tripod won't go high enough to actually steady it up. So hopefully this isn't too shaky. It won't take too long. We're almost done. But here in this one, I used to have 2 females, 1 male, but I had a problem with one of the females, so we had to take care of all that. But these 2 produce all the time. But as you can see, both of them are really dark. But do you see that one? That'll be what you call a holdback as far as selective breeding, because these guys, one of these 2 have the gene that's making them white way stronger than even the white ones do down below, because they're the ones that are producing these part white ones. But this one here that I have, that has got only a tiny bit of dark on its top of its neck, so I'll keep this one back in this bin, because like you know, everybody says, oh, you can't inbreed them, this and that. With like African software rats, you almost have to. There's like really no other way to do it. Because even with these 2 by themselves right here, if I introduced another female that was even close to being mature or that were old enough, bang, these 2 would kill it anyway. The only way to introduce more into this colony is to leave one of the female babies in there to breed. So that one I'm pretty sure is a female, I think, so I will definitely leave her in here, and hopefully she'll produce even babies with a little, you know, maybe all white. I don't know if I really want them all white, but I think that one there with just a little bit of color on the back, if I can get a whole litter of those, that would be really cool. So that's my strategic selective breeding with my mice and my rats. Here, we'll get a zoom in on there. Yeah, she's got them. They have such big, beautiful eyes. You just have to watch out. Hi. Don't give me that look. All right, everybody. So these are some little babies. Hi. All right, everybody. So hopefully this helped. If everybody's got any projects, and like I said, if you get that one rat or that one mouse that's just got a little bit different of a characteristic somehow, I can't say that word, but anyway, like I have some mice that every now and then they come out with like an extremely long tail, like this one here. Look how long that tail is on that little mouse. So now if I took him, and it's not as long as that one. That one is just way long, and I get him every now and then. It cracks me up. I thought about like taking the longest tails and putting them together and seeing how, if I can get a mouse to get even a longer tail, it'd be so cool, because that's basically what selective breeding is. You know, if you get one that has a longer tail, and you get one that, and you breed them together, and then you get some babies that have longer tails than normal, and you put them together, and then eventually, bang, it'll just be crazy. So it's like just little fun little projects you can do, because if you're going to take care of your mice anyway, and you're going to be in here all the time, you might as well have some kind of fun doing it. And that's my way of making it interesting and fun when I breed my mice and rats, and these are my projects. All right, everybody. So if you like these kind of videos, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And please give this video a thumbs up. You know, if you're already here, you're watching it, just take that second and give it a thumbs up to where I know that you like the video. You know, if you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Whatever, you know, just let me know that you were here, you know. And if any of my information is too wonky and somebody wants to, you know, yell at me about it, put it down in the comments and we'll have conversations and maybe I'll learn something from you. So, we're out here at the My Animal House, so everybody take care and stay wild.